Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia, and this is the quick update over at the situation at the Zaporizhzhia Front, and particularly we are talking about Kyiv, uh, the where the Ukrainians are making the major push towards Robotyne, which is actually over here. So the latest information that we have is that the Ukrainians have reached the first line of defense. As you can see, the fighting, the front line has already reached the first line of defense, where the Russians have this fortification being built, a very long trench line across the entire road. And there is also another major entrenchment just off Robotyne, and this is Robotyne itself, the village or town of Robotyne. And the Ukrainians have reached the front, reached this first line of defense in the offensive. This I have already reported in the SIMRAP previously, and this is corroborated with more reports coming from pro-Russian sources that the Ukrainians has started fighting at this first line of defense with the support of armor. However, this is not very smooth sailing for the Ukrainians, because now the front line all the way from Novodanylivka to travel all the way towards Robotyne is actually quite far. And as a result, the Russians have been bombarding all these Ukrainian forces, and as they move all the way towards the front. There is report of the Ukrainian push north of Robotyne that was totally wiped out in some very disastrous fashion, where one mine clearing Leopard tank with support of another Leopard tank with other armored vehicles and 30 soldiers totally pinned down with the, I think the mine sweeping one got destroyed. I'm not sure what happened to the other one. It's just a disaster. So while the Ukrainians did reach the first line of defense, this is the first time in any of the Zaporizhzhia front line that Ukrainians actually reach the Zaporizhzhia lines. It's gonna be so hard for the Ukrainians. It's just gonna be so hard. So on top of this, we have also reports of the Ukrainians attacking in the nearby in the area of Malatomashka, where they were also contacted or destroyed by Russian artillery. I'm not sure. And they were also fighting near Novodanylivka. Similarly, this are also part of the same report, where the Russians seems to have stopped some kind of attack. I'm not sure if this is another separate attack, like how I drew these arrows, like to build on the success over at this area here, where the Ukrainians are currently having some breakthrough. So they want to maybe do further offensive to draw the Russians out, to not able to concentrate over at Robotyne. I'm not sure if this is the case, but somehow this is just not working out, because the Russians have major entrenchments all over these regions, and I don't think the Russians have manpower problems over this area here. Novoporovska is also very strongly held, defended, and we have a major entrenchment all the way south here. So it looks like the Russians' tactic is to not build the first line of defense so near to the Ukrainians, so that they can lay all the mines, all the traps, small squads with ATGM and and hunting squads for tank hunting groups, and just to grind down the Ukrainian offensive before they reach the first line of defense. And when they do reach the first line of defense, the supply line is become so long and so vulnerable to artillery and airstrikes that it will make it really, really hard for the Ukrainians to even break the lines. And if they do break the lines, maybe this area they can successfully break one of the line, break one hole. The reinforcement will not be able to reach, and all these troops that is actually at the front line will become sitting ducks. And this is some kind of a scary thought to really think about it, if the Russians really is going to plan to actually do this. I'm not sure if that's the plan, but it just feels like this is the situation that we are seeing right now. There's already new nicknames for this area here, south of Novodanylivka and north of Robotyne, as the land lease graveyard, where all the land lease weapon is all getting destroyed around this area here. So is kind of hilarious and also kind of really sad to really think about it, because every destroyed vehicles could mean dead soldiers, and for most cases, yeah, the soldiers and the drivers, the gunners are all dead. So yeah, the situation over at the Orikhiv sector continues to be very intriguing, with the Ukrainians continue to push on the offensive to capture Robotyne regardless the cost. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hope this is interesting to you. Do subscribe and let me know what you think below, and I'll see you in the next update.